Everyone around me's worked on vertical. I haven't worked on a vertical yet. So it's like I'm missing out on the party here a little bit. I'm getting a little FOMO.
You gotta do it. Once you're in, though.
Yeah.
Once you're in, you can't get out of it.
That's the thing. It's like guerrilla filmmaking, but on crack cocaine.
Short film on crack.
Yeah.
It's short filmmaking, guerrilla filmmaking on crack, but for a feature.
We are the
Reelisms podcast.
I am Adam Chase Reddy.
And I am Christine Chen. And surprise, we're both filmmakers.
We get into it by sharing secrets, advice, and gossip in filmmaking.
We even get our other filmmaking friends to share theirs too.
So please, everybody, join us for an
ode to filmmaking.
I think we're gonna do this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the episode, another episode of Get Reelisms podcast, episode 190. My name is Adam Chase Reddy.
I'm Christine Chen.
Woo! We're back, baby. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Doing it.
What's going on, Christine? Tell us everything.
Everything.
Starting from when you were born. I'm kidding.
I got to see stars, shooting stars.
Wow.
Yes.
In a land of stars. Get it? Because LA?
Yeah. For my pre-birthday, I got it. For my pre-birthday celebration, John took me to see some stars in the desert called Red Rock Canyon State Park in California. He's gonna be mad that I told the secret, but apparently it's a secret location. But apparently,
and you told it to the world.
That's I know. Okay. I told it to the world. Yep. I know. Whoops. I'm very good at keeping secrets. And it was camping in the desert, and we saw it's a meteor shower, 21st and 22nd. We went to a dark zone to see a meteor shower, and really it's just a spot where there's a crap ton of shooting stars.
Yeah.
And I think I counted 10 to 15 shooting stars. It was amazing.
Fun. Yeah. Was it the first time you've done that?
First time.
That's pretty
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
It was the coolest thing ever. Yeah. It was awesome. Sometimes the best things in life is just experiencing the world, just Earth.
The universe?
The universe. Yes.
Wow.
It was awesome. Yes. It was very, I don't know, it just makes you feel happy to be alive. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I have to write that in a script.
Yeah. When nowadays, if it feels a lot tougher to be alive nowadays.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's been my MO recently. As some of you guys have heard, maybe if you've been following the podcast, I've taken a deliberate hiatus from ADing, and I'm still sticking true to it. I turned down a gig actually that would have happened on my birthday, which would have made me not be able to go and look at the lyrids.
That's true. And the shooting stars. Yeah.
Exactly. But you may be like, oh, so what are you doing? Doing nothing? No, opposite of that. I'm spending a lot of time writing. And
if you've been watching this podcast and you think Christine does nothing, that's insane. We've had 190 episodes. And if you think Christine is like lazy in any way, shape, or form, is like, then you have no idea who Christine is at all. It's so funny. You are like, I feel lazy when I listen to you. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm working a lot. And then you're just like, yeah, I'm teaching piano. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I'm just like, man, I can't. That's a lot. You're doing a lot.
But the whole reason for this, explained to other people, is that when it comes to certain things like writing, you need your mind to be in a state of like peace. And being on set is the polar opposite of that.
I was about to say, being on set, you don't get that at all.
Yeah, especially as an AD, that is the opposite of that, basically. That is take peace and go to swing the way the opposite, and then like times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so zero, and I was wondering like why zero creativity was coming out. That's why.
That's why. Your work brain. You're in work brain, literally.
Yeah, and I would try even on my off days, try to write, and I would have time, and I'm like, why can't I write anything. It's
Right, but
it was
because
just
they're not off days, right?
yeah, they're not because I'm stressed out and wondering like what actor didn't receive the call sheet. Yeah.
Or AD shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And no, so things have been like flowing now, like free flowing. And it's been fun because I'm kind of returning back to how I started, which is when you met me, I was making a lot of short films and stuff. And even prior to when you met me, I started in film doing sketches,
Comedy
sketch
sketches.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm now making a lot of those. They're about to be released soon. But YouTube sketch vertical type comedies where it's just me and a friend and maybe 2 or 3 people, and we write, shoot everything, edit all ourselves. And it's just quick fire challenges, but just low, fast turnaround. And it's all about writing and everything. And it's weird. It's like a nice full circle going back to one,
Yeah.
literally going back to one.
You went
So,
full
but
circle.
knowing a lot, knowing a lot more about the process than what I did when I first started. And right now I'm in 2 groups doing sketches. So one of them is with a group, we call it the Banana TV. So that's going to release soon. And then another on the DL group is just me and my friend Mylene. She's a producer, a Canadian producer. We're gonna have her on the podcast actually in a few weeks. She's the one that we keep having to reschedule because either my schedule or your schedule or her, mainly my schedule and then her schedule. She's very busy, and so we're really good friends. She's my best friend here basically, and we made a series called Films with Friends
Yeah.
or Friends in Film. Jesus Christ, Friends in Film. And the idea is there are 2 friends who always try to hang out with each other just to hang out, but somehow can't just hang out. Every time they hang out, it becomes something with film because that's literally what happens to us all
Yeah.
the time. We really make an effort to try to just hang out, and it never is just hanging out.
Because it turns
It'll
to
be
work
like-
every time.
It turns to work every single effing time, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter we've tried. It will always start off with, wouldn't it be funny if, and then we're like brainstorming a script. Then 3 hours later, we're like, we gotta make pitch deck, we gotta make this in the log line and this, and then we're gonna raise this money and blah blah blah. And then we're like, what are we doing? We just
Yeah.
made more work for ourselves. We literally just created more work. Like, how the fuck did we just do this? And so, yeah, that's the premise of the.
So you made a bunch. You made a bunch of those of little sketches, verticals.
They're very short. They are like 2 to 3 pages of writing each. Right, the first season is going to be 10 episodes, and we've been writing, and it's been like me and my at random times chatting, and it can be like usually it's late at night and we're just chatting. She's, oh my God, this is so funny when, and then I'm like, oh my God. And then I'll write that episode. And I just immediately, it literally takes me like 10 minutes and I have it out because it's like SNL.
Yeah.
And it just comes very easily. And so hopefully people will find it funny. And I'm in it. I'm acting in it.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Have you seen my old sketches where I'm acting in them?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally going back to one. Back to the roots.
Hilarious.
So
That's awesome. That's
be on the
great.
lookout.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout.
So you're gonna post them all on YouTube?
Soon, yeah. So YouTube, Instagram, and whatnot. But it's just been there's a rise in creators who are just sick and tired of the traditional system. And the traditional system of like finding funding and looking for people who believe in your project. And we're still pursuing that. But if you rely on that completely, you will never make anything.
Yeah.
And so it's like, how do we continue to make things on the side and make it feel like we're still creative, but on a low budget, low effort base, and still continue to make stuff, right? So that's what we've just been doing.
You mentioned too in the last episode that there was the first Union Vertical, right?
Yes, yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Goy, who was
And
one
Michael
of our,
Goy, who was a friend of the pod, is
correct.
the first director of that, right?
Yeah. There's a whole thing. There's another director that I want to invite to our podcast at some point, but she did a branded vertical for Native, the deodorant company.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it's a whole vertical series, and the whole series is literally a micro drama, and the micro drama has the Native product in it.
Based off of the deodorant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the trend right now. So
Branded
whether
content.
Hollywood likes it, yeah, whether Hollywood likes it or not, it's here to stay and it's not going anywhere. So I see it as I see it like YouTube. Here's a new medium for people willing to think outside of the box and seeing how to stretch what storytelling can be, right?
Yeah.
And storytelling doesn't have to be limited to an hour and a half, 2 hours, theatrical, whatever. Yes, that is what we know of it to be traditionally, or TV or whatever, but storytelling is storytelling.
Yeah.
So what if it's vertical and it's on a phone and it's cheesy? Like if it's getting 2 to 3 the freaking vertical that like I said, the Girls Help Girls Divorce or Die, that's got millions of viewers, like insane.
Really?
If that millions.
Wow. That's awesome.
Millions
That's
of viewers.
fantastic.
And I'm like, if that's, and I want to mention that because Avid, who is going to be our next guest after this, he is a producer for that project. That's how I met him. He will talk about this trend very well, but it's crazy. It's just, if that's where the viewership is going, you
might as well ride the wave. Yeah.
You have to ride the wave. We got to ride the wave and maybe reframe it as, how do we make this medium better? How do we make, if we don't like the way the stories are being told from this format, yet people seem to gravitate and want to see content like this, how do we make it in a way that we are proud of? Right.
And also, it's your direction too, right? You're not getting notes from anyone on any corporation or production company. You know what I mean? It's all written, directed by you. And so
it's the Wild West. And I don't know. I see it as, this is a new place to explore and be creative.
It is. Yeah. And it seems like, yeah, exactly. It seems like the sky's the limit at that. It's limitless potential with
it has a lot of potential
with verticals, and with verticals too. It can even be like it can even be a marketing campaign for a film.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Have you worked on any yet?
I was supposed to, and it got rescheduled because there was a whole weekend of rain, and so they had to reschedule it. Yeah.
I'm surprised. You will have to tell me when you've worked on your first vertical.
I know.
Tell me what you feel.
Yeah.
I'll be like, welcome.
It's funny because
sir.
everyone around me
hates it, right?
Everyone around me's worked on vertical. I haven't worked on a vertical yet. So it's like I'm missing out on the party here a little bit. I'm getting a little FOMO.
You gotta do it. Once you're in, though.
Yeah.
Once you're in, you can't get out of it.
That's the thing. It's like guerrilla filmmaking, but on crack cocaine.
Short film on crack.
Yeah.
It's short filmmaking, guerrilla filmmaking on crack, but for a feature. It's on crack. Think Urzily. That.
Yeah.
Like intensity. Yeah.
It's just that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. We got a comment on Instagram. Yeah. We got one that says, understanding this new medium by Mr. Opportunity, understanding this new medium's writing to keep viewers hooked and understanding a new style of framing is so important for the quality to improve. Yeah. Because that's why I don't want to disagree with you, Christine, but it doesn't need to be cheesy. You know what I'm saying? It can be serious. The verticals can be 100%. Something that can be a serious thing.
Directed by my friend Cynthia Wade, written by her husband Matt. It was the most beautiful vertical I've ever seen.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's released called Elon. It is inspired by of Elon Musk, it is the most cinematic vertical I've ever seen. The only problem is it's not on a platform like your traditional vertical platform, so we don't know what's happening with it, but it is an example of what is possible for a vertical from a cinematic perspective, from a story perspective, from many things. And yeah, I think there's just a lot of potential if people are willing to take a risk on it type thing. But Josh is AD who is killing it in the vertical industry. Basically, he is just working nonstop. Josh was my first AD on that's Mr. Opportunity. Josh was my first AD on Girls Help Girls, Divorce or Die.
Oh, cool.
And yes, so he was awesome. The moment I will always remember was when he kicked out everybody and was like, "My first AD, my director needs to eat right now." Yeah, because people
That's
kept
awesome.
coming in asking me fucking questions. Yeah, it was. I was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you."
That's a good first AD. Yeah. That's a great first AD.
Yeah, and he yelled at the client and was like, "Is it more important if this is a pretty shot or that the story doesn't make any sense?"
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. No, I remember I really appreciated that because I was like so over it that day. That was it. It was after the day when we were doing the 20-page day at the courthouse, and I was so dead. I was just like, please, nobody talk to me. Yeah. We had combined what should have been shot on 2 days into 1 day because our client added a long laundry list of inserts that
Yeah.
I
That sounds
was
like a client. All right.
horrified by.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was my new record. Yes, it was his new record of how many pages would be shot in a day.
Oh, really? Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was like 19. How much? It was like 19 and 7/8 pages or something.
Are you
19.48.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah. The only reason why
Wow.
we got it done was because I block shot the thing like a gangster. Yeah. Everybody was confused as fuck.
See,
They were like,
this is where
they were
your
very
AD
confused.
expediting
Yeah, nobody knew what we
expertise.
were shooting. Nobody knew. I was like, just trust me. It's gonna be fine. It will cut. The DP didn't know what we were doing. I was like, you don't see. I was like, this will
Wow.
cut. I know this is going between 5 different scenes in completely different parts of the story, but it's gonna cut. Yeah. So we basically block shot the whole thing where it went between 5 different scenes in different parts of the story, but they all took place in the courthouse. And we had to, because that was the only way we could make it. And if for the listeners out there who don't know what block shooting means,
Yeah.
block shooting means that you have to go between, you don't finish a scene before you jump to another scene. And it's very difficult to do because it's hard to wrap your mind around that logically for the actors, for the crew, for everyone really, because you have to remember what you already shot later when you come back to it.
Exactly.
So this is why you need a script supervisor.
You
and
always need a
script
scripting.
supervisor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that we had an amazing Bia is the best script supervisor I ever worked with who was on the set. But that is how you get through things like that. What did Josh say? I think it was 20. But the courtroom scene with 2 wardrobes. Yeah, we blocked out with a kid. Yep, we had a kid too.
Oh, you block shot without a kid and picked it up the next day. Wow.
Yes, with a kid. Yeah, because that was the whole problem was like we had to, there's a whole, when you have a kid actor, they have labor rights. And so children can only work for 8 hours. Yeah, they only can work for 8 hours. And not only can they only work for 8 hours, they have to be in school for part of that as well. So there's like a whole rule for that as well. So you really essentially with the child have 5 to 6 hours at best.
And I think it's like during summers too, even when they're out of school, they
Yeah.
only have an X amount of hours during the summers.
Yeah.
So when they're not in school.
And it
bullshit.
depends on the child itself too. We lucked out. Our child actor was amazing, but I've AD sets where the child actor is like, you can tell they don't want to be there.
Yeah, it's a roll of the dice with kids, really. It's like you'll have kids that are freaking awesome and they're just like along for the ride and they know what they're doing and shit. But then you just have kids who don't want to be there and you're just like,
I know.
oh, Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to be here too, but
Yeah. Shout out to Camilla, because Camilla was amazing on our set. She was awesome. And then her mom
okay.
told me that after her set, she kept copying how I would be on set, which was like, all right, guys, let's block. Here we go. Yeah.
That's
She would
funny.
block her auditions. Yeah. So cute. Yeah. I have that effect on younger kids, girls apparently. I remember one of my cards that I got from a younger girl actress that was said like, you're my favorite because you made all the boys like listen to you or something on set. Yeah. It was super cute. Yeah, I can't remember word for word what it was, but essentially it was like you told a bunch of guys to shut the fuck up was what it
As you
said. It's like,
should.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
have
yeah,
to.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
And wait, what happened?
You want to read it? Go ahead.
I can't. You read.
Oh, you want me to read it? Okay. Mr. Opportunity says, very true. And never book sisters unless they work the same hours or another parent to get them off the property once they wrap. They literally have to be off property, so you can't stagger call.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, shit. There are so many things around children. Like,
Yeah, I didn't even think about siblings. That's wow.
You know what's funny is that verticals basically they put everything that film school has told you not to do in the vertical.
yeah, basically, it sounds like it. Really.
The only thing they haven't done is
so that's my question. Is that so? I'm putting on my normie hat, not my filmmaking hat right now. Okay. So I'm a normie. This is for the normie audience out there. Shout out to my norms out there. So then why have verticals why work union verticals when unions are literally working against all of that? Money is time and time is money with verticals. What do you
know. I know. It's so interesting because as a producer,
there should be rules, by the way. Don't get me. Now I put on my filmmaking hat back on. There needs to be rules. There needs to be rules. You can't just fuck over your entire crew.
Yes, you can. You should never fuck over your crew.
Yeah.
But as a producer has worked primarily in non-union things, you have a budget and you have to work within that budget. So I understand why it's so much easier to not work with unions.
Yeah.
Because
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. And I think
it's wrong though.
It is very wrong. As now a proud union member.
Yeah, because you want to encourage better working conditions and better working hours and stuff. And just when it comes to social media and verticals, it works completely against that. Yeah. But that's indie filmmaking, that's shorts, that's everything. It's what we worked with before. I will say though, the intensity feels
oxymoron.
Huh?
I said the whole film industry is an oxymoron. Just like it always fights against each other. Like it's always constantly, hey, we want to make money, but we don't have money. But wait, we want to make cooler things, but we can't because but we want to have safe sets. But if you have safe sets, then you can't afford it. It's just like constantly like this. The whole
it's a push and pull.
It's push and pull.
It's just we just live in an economic system where demand is everything. So we just have to constantly make shit.
Yeah.
Shit, I had a broader point that I was going to bring up, but I forgot it. It doesn't matter. But we always want safer conditions. And honestly, like unions do make a difference and they should exist. It's just when it comes to verticals, it just feels like it's the antithesis.
It is. 100% it is. And for all my crew and talent, we're not saying that it's bad. It's just
no, we're not saying unions are bad, guys.
Not.
No,
And
it's great. We need them.
As a crew member, hey, I would love that too.
Fuck
and I would love for higher rates. I would love for all the things that union sets provide. But I also understand being on the other end where you just have the limited budget. But I think the idea of the union is that if you don't push for it, then clients have zero incentive to give higher budgets at all.
Yeah.
So that's the pull, is that if we
But they
continue
could.
to
They're a
lower our
corporation
standards,
most of the time.
correct,
Yeah.
they can't.
Yeah.
So if we don't stand by our standards and we continue to lower our standards to appease the corporations, then they will continue to take advantage of it. And that is the point of the union system, is to make sure that doesn't continue to happen forever.
That applies
It's like
to
dating.
all industries. What'd you say?
It's dating. If you like somebody a lot, but they continue to treat you like shit, and you continue to lower your standards because you like them, they'll continue to think they can treat you like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So you can't do that. You have to be able to walk away.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's so hard to, because you need the work.
Yeah.
You love them.
Yeah, especially when it comes to any industry, really, even retail. My previous
Yeah.
career could have used unions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure the music industry could use unions as well. And
Yeah.
so, in that sense, yeah, sure, you could say it's privilege, but at the same time, it's like a lot of people who are also in those said unions are also not getting a ton of because
Sure.
they are in the union.
Yeah. It's knowing your worth. It's knowing your worth, your value, knowing what your health, your
That's right.
mental, everything, what it's worth, basically. And
Yeah.
knowing that.
But it's unfair, right?
Yeah.
Because in this system, you have to work in order to live.
Exactly. It's a balance.
You don't have a choice in this world. We don't pick our spawn points, right? So when we grow up, we have to fight for every dollar that we could possibly get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the unfortunate circumstance. However, that's not to say that we have to shit on verticals 10 ways from Sunday. There's an opportunity there. It's just, I don't know. I think this is a new thing, and I think progress is gonna be made with verticals. That's just probably going to be.
It's already being made, and I don't know. I think it's a.
I just don't want AI to take over. That's my thing. I'd rather have verticals than AI.
AI is a tool.
AI as a tool is great. It's just, have you seen the This Year in 1776, Darren Aronofsky AI thing?
No.
There's a trailer that came out, and I'm just going to tell you what people are saying. I'm not going to give you my opinion but a lot of people are shitting on it. A lot of people are shitting on it. Now, I don't know how viable it is as a method of filmmaking that AI has a mainstay in the film industry. I don't see that as a replacement for filmmaking, for films.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I think it's a tool. I think people need to switch their mindset and not be. It's a whole abundance and scarcity mindset, right? And I think it's just, if you continue to see something as a threat and treat it as such, you're not going to be able to reframe it in any other way. But if you see it as something else entirely, as something that's going to help you, you're just going to utilize it in the way that you see it, right? And so I just think that this is a technology that's here to stay.
Yeah.
You might as well figure out what is the best way to incorporate it into your life in a way that helps you the most. And and not be afraid of it. Yeah,
I think we shouldn't use it as a standard of replacing filmmaking in art.
Not at all.
And that's where I feel like a lot of these studios are heading to in that direction, and making it an industry. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they want to make this an industry standard. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm worried about.
But I think this is historically a thing. Whenever there is an introduction of new technology, new trend, new everything, there has to be an equalizing factor, right?
Yeah.
It will be like because people are testing it out, just like verticals. It'll swing extremes, right? So people pull it to a nice equilibrium.
Yeah.
That's just naturally what happens. And so what we're seeing is studios swinging it in extreme, being like, this will change. We're going to change everything
Absolutely.
to AI,
Yeah.
replace everything. And then they're going to see that it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And then, but they have to see it themselves where they lose money or something bad happens.
Abundance
and
versus
then-
scarcity. Yeah.
Correct. And then they're like, oh, fuck, none of that worked. We got to rehire back all the artists.
Yeah.
And then they come back and then they find like a nice medium and where they're like, oh, now AI and artists can coexist. But like
Right.
have to find that. It's remember in the 90s when like recycling wasn't a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And-
crying, what was it? The crying Native American in the commercial. You remember that commercial? Yeah. It was a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's so funny because now it's like abundance, recycling is a part of our life.
Yeah.
But in order to make that happen, they had to make it a fad. They had to make it cool
Yeah.
to recycle, right? It had to
Mhm.
be like, oh, you're cool if you recycle. It's like the cool people are doing it. And it's like this fad.
Yeah.
But you have to make it an extreme to make people even pay attention to it.
No, I don't think you should throw the baby out with the bathwater. I do think,
Yeah.
however, I don't know, like the AD workflow would be expedited 10 over with AI. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, I can just imagine like the shot lists. You won't need to like just get AI to do it. Just be like, here's a script, plug in the script, and fucking give me the shot list. That's awesome. Are you fucking kidding me? That'd be sick. But I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I think that AI, there is a utility with it. It's just that's as far as it'll go. Because honestly, AI is, I read a study that really is gonna, listen, this has to be said. All right. This needs to be screamed from the fucking rooftops, y'all. This is really bad. You ready for this?
Okay. Yes.
Literacy rate in Gen Z has gone
man.
down like free fall to
man.
like the 20th percentile.
Oh my gosh.
Kids are not reading, Christine.
No.
They're all using AI to fucking,
ChatGPT.
to explain books to them.
Yeah.
There
because
was this
nobody
one-
has any of their own independent thinking anymore.
You know what, I'm not going to say who in my family, but someone in my family is who works. Mr. Opportunity said another comment. I use AI for my workflow. There would be no way to work on 25 verticals in the last year now without it. See, it's a great tool for logistics and planning. I would be losing hours making all my documents. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That tool, phenomenal, right?
Yeah,
But Darren Aronofsky going, hey, I'm going to tell you the entire American Revolution, all done by AI. But we're going to have SAG actors do the voice of that said AI. So it's still filmmaking. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum here, but I don't know. When you look at any AI movie or any AI video, you can just, maybe I am dumb or I don't know, but you could tell it's AI. You almost can tell it's AI almost every single time.
100%. Yeah.
But going back to my point with oh shoot, this is why I have a book and I wrote it down and I should have
AI,
wrote it down.
ChatGPT, literacy.
So the literacy rate. So I found out that someone in my family who is in high school right now has done every single book report in all 4 years of their high school with ChatGPT.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, I never read a single book in high school.
That's
I'm like,
terrible.
are you? My teacher forced me to read like books and shit. And when I didn't do my pages, I had to read the entire book in one weekend.
Oof. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, I didn't file in my pay. Like I feel like I'm an old man screaming at the clouds at this point, but you know what I mean? It's like you just get to this point where you're like, wait a second. So no wonder you guys don't fucking read, because it's like, oh, just plug it into ChatGPT and just do it that way.
Humans are lazy. That's the problem. We're all lazy and we want to default to the easiest thing possible. I have a friend, John, who's always, that's too much work. I can't do that. I can't pick up this because it's too much effort. Yeah, we're all lazy.
I'm lazy too. I love being lazy. It's just the problem with being lazy is that it gets to the point. Where's the line drawn when we're all sitting in those fat chairs and like in Wall-E? You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're all just
Wall-E.
sitting. We're all sitting in those fat chairs, just not talking to each other, but talking through a screen next to each other, while
Yes.
not actually talking to each other. It's like we're in the same room when we're texting each other. I could just talk to you. Why are you texting me? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so the literacy rate is going down. So please, everyone,
Read some books.
read books and get other people to read books. I'm thinking
Yes.
about starting a book club, honestly.
Reading is good for you. I'm reading.
I'm-
I'm reading a book called Mastery right now. It's very good.
Oh,
By
really?
Robert-
Nice.
It's excellent. Yes.
Yeah, I've been reading nonfiction books. I'm really getting old. Never in my life had I ever thought I'd be reading nonfiction books. I'm reading books on politics and stuff. Yeah. Whatever. I don't want to get into it. Anyways, but yeah, it's just a different world. What can I say? It's just a different fucking world, and kids aren't fucking reading, and we got to get kids reading again.
And
Anyways,
our next guest.
oh, are we? Or is that it? Or are we done?
I know.
Okay. All right. So we got to go. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Stay
thank you so
tuned.
much. Stay tuned. We're going to get back to it. But guess what? Good housekeeping time. GetRealisms.com, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up your books. Pick up your teas, though. I'm in
Yes.
laundry. It's laundry day today for me right now. I don't have the shirt.
I have mine. Yes.
Christine has hers.
go-
Get the hats.
And then we have online courses and stuff now too. So go and check those out. If you want to do
there's
editing,
online
or
courses, guys.
writing, or anything, there's online courses now to go check out, and you can do that from the comfort of your home. So go and check them out.
Have you ever
It's
thought
cool.
film school is just really expensive for me? I would love to go to
Yeah.
film school, but it's just super expensive. What can I do to get film knowledge without spending tens of thousands of dollars?
You go to getrealisms.com.
Oh, my stars and garters. GetRealisms.com, ladies and gentlemen. Get your film school in a book. Get your courses online. What else do you need? So that's it, ladies
or
and
just
gentlemen.
listen to our podcast because we tell you what not to do, or hear from other people about all their stories.
And we hang
about
out and we talk about film and we educate people on film. I know it's crazy to say, but yeah, we do educate people actually.
We're going to hear from our guest who's going to join us in a few from Puppy Love Productions.
That's
and
right.
Online Studios.
Wow,
So
look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of the pod. We love you. Stay tuned and we'll
make sure to
catch you
subscribe.
on the flip side. Subscribe. Bye.
Realisms.com.